motorcycles, 6 weeks, tremendous experience, an adventure.
Really?
Oh yeah, we used 6 weeks. We rode on the Alcan Highway, which is now called the Alaska Highway. We were told all kinds of horror stories about the shape it's in, and don't ride a motorcycle, it'll tear up the motorcycle. All that's exaggeration. We rode over 3,000 miles in Alaska itself. Took 2 weeks to do it. Wonderful. But in the meantime, when we crossed the border, all this friction between the United States and Canada, and we commented on the CB very quickly after crossing the border, and it kept going all the way to Dawson Creek and beyond. It was not unusual. In fact, it was almost ordinary to see the United States flag and the Canadian flag.
That's wonderful.
Side by side.
Wonderful.
And we've been to Nova Scotia twice, all the way across. We Manitoba, Saskatchewan, all of them, and the people we've met.
Wonderful.
Well, I do the same. We've traveled. Once Libby and I finally started making a decent living and could afford it, we love to travel in Europe, and she and I have been to Europe several times. In fact, just got back in September from, again, being in Rome and so forth. All that's, I don't mean to drop names, but we spent some time in Paris and in Athens, but especially we heard bad things about Paris.
Yeah, I have
None of
too.
that happened to us. But I tell people that Libby and I speak the universal language, and they think, boy, that must be something pretty fancy. The universal language, folks, is nothing more than a pleasant grin and a helpless look.
And I believe that. I was going to say,
Absolutely.
I think part of your success comes from you and what you're exuding, Asa. But Asa, we're almost out of time, and since you have led this illustrious life, to give the young people out there, I mean, what can you tell them? How would you tell them to be as successful as you? I mean, I'm sure you feel fulfilled, professionally and privately. Should they just go after their dreams? What can you say?
Well, professionally, and I don't want to sound immodest, but I've had every honor you could get, and I'm very proud of that. And it's almost like that was somebody else. When I retired in '94, I really walked away from it. But I've learned that as you grow older, it's not the things you did in life you hold dear, but the things you miss doing.
Very important.
You need to have a go-for-it attitude. Now, you have to exercise good judgment. You must not forget math. Math rules the roost. You have to live within your means. You have to have the finances to make it work. But aside entirely from that, when you can, find happiness wherever it's possible to find it. And when you get up in the morning, thank goodness for the day in front of you, and don't bemoan things. It's a new day. Meet it as a new adventure. But mainly, go for it. I went to college with no money at all. I hitchhiked to get to school, to college, mind you. I went on a shoestring. I did everything it took to make it work. But I was willing to do the work, to make it work, and successful professionally beyond my dreams, truly. I don't mean to be immodest, but it worked out beautifully. But along
that has allowed you to do all these other wonderful
right.
things.
Along the line, it allowed me to do things that I'd always wanted to do, but they were things I could have put off or thought, well, gee, I can't afford this or that. But if you're careful and don't forget math and have your budget and save your money to do this and that, you can have a wonderful life. Be optimistic, not pessimistic. Be sensible, but be optimistic. Look for the good side in people and enjoy life. It's out there to be enjoyed. And the older you get, the more you'll understand that. But there's no point in not understanding it right now.
Asa, what a compelling story. What a compelling man. You've been a great guest. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I know that you have enjoyed him just as much as I have. It makes us want to, let's go out and get a gold wing motorcycle and ride off into the sunset. Until next time, be happy and keep smiling, and I will see you soon.